What I want to show y'all today is what's called a toe callus. But what I'm going to show you on this horse is how I built his hooves up and how he has a callus. You'll be able to clearly see it, a callus, almost all the way around on his feet, his hooves. Now, Valor is a 3-year-old grandson of Bugs Live, and he's a quarter horse, a registered quarter horse, but this guy is thoroughbred. People say, oh, thoroughbreds, they have flat feet, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's all man-made. If you were to take these thoroughbreds and throw them out in the desert, well, I'd probably die. Not this one, but some of them you took straight off the track because it's not like the electric horseman and stuff. But if they survive, and because I've known ranchers who have had thoroughbred studs that they threw out on the red desert with their ranch horses that survived just fine without a lot of care and developed a hoof just like a wild horse. So anyway, I'm going to show you how this horse here has just some wonderful calluses that he's developed, and like 3 months ago he was completely flat-footed because we had a big rain here, and a lot of times when it's real wet their feet will go flat. What you're doing with these horses is you are building a foot on them. If they were in the wild, they build their own feet, okay? But because they're not, because we're in different environments, different climates with different types of moisture, we have to do certain things to help these horses build their feet. Okay, now here's Valor's hoof. As you can see, I hope you can see it anyway, he's got a nice dish starting here. Concavity is what it's called. Maybe you can see it better from here. You see he's got a nice, good, big, wide, healthy frog. What I'm going to show you is a way for you to be able to take care of these hooves and protect them, to help them build them up. Especially, it works for any horse, but especially if you have a horse that's in a stall a lot or in a place where he's going to be getting manure in his foot a lot. I'm going to show you, and it'll break down the foot, so I'm going to show you a way to protect these feet if you have to keep your horse in the stall for any period of time. Because manure and urine are the one thing that's going to break down that horse's foot quicker than anything. Okay, first thing I want to do, I want to show you these two products. One's called Tough Stuff. Usually farriers, people use it after a horse has been shod to put around the outside of the hoof wall to either retain moisture or keep moisture out. The next one is a type of thrush buster. This is called Thrush Balm. If you're ever going to have strong feet, you're going to have to make sure that you have strong, healthy frogs, that they don't have any thrush in their foot. But I'm going to show you something else that you can do with this Tough Stuff that's really going to protect your horse's foot, protect the sole, and keep that from breaking down. Okay, now the first thing you want to do, which I have already done here, is I took soap and water. You might want to put a little Clorox in it. And I scrubbed these feet. And then he's been standing here a good half hour to hour to where these feet have, his hooves, have dried out. So now I'm just going to wipe it off here. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to take this Thrush Buster. You want to hold the hoof up like this. And you just want to get it in the cracks. Like so. Just make sure you cover the whole frog. Pretty much. Like so. You want to clean the foot well with soap and water. And let it dry for about an hour. Then, and you want to make sure and get down here in these crevices. Then you want to put your Thrush Buster on. Make sure you get it in the crevices. And in the cleft of the frog here. Second, you want to take the Tough Stuff here, and you want to have your sole very, very, very clean. And then you just want to coat that sole. Don't get in there in the clefts of the frog or anything. Keep it off the frog. Get up very close as you can, and coat that whole sole with this Tough Stuff. You know, come around the edges. You're going to want to put this on the outside of the hoof too. Give it one good coat, like so. And then you let it dry. This stuff dries really, really quick, but this is going to protect the hoof from the manure and the urine in the stall. And if you're having a wet season, you're going to want to use it. But also, you're going to want it if you're building your hoof up, because you're trying to thicken and build that sole up. And this will really help get that sole built up for you. I'm going to show you here in a minute how you can see the callus starting all the way around his hoof here. You can't see it unless it's wet, but this tough stuff has a shine on it, and so you'll really be able to see the callus. We're going to give him a couple coats here. So anyway, this horse is developing a really nice foot, and with a lot of callus starting from here, going all the way around. I'm hoping you can see this. Get real close here. See it? See how it comes down? That's callus that's developing on the cannon bone right there. See, look at the toe callus there. Now maybe you can see it. See it? You see white streaks running up like this. Okay, now I'm going to show you another step to take in protecting your horse's hoof. This is a product that has been made and sold on the racetracks for years. What it does is it removes heat, soreness, and pain from muscles and tendons. Another thing that it's good for is a foot pack. Like if you've got an abscess, or if a horse has laminitis, a lot of times people want to soak their feet. Well, in this case, you can just put a hoof boot on them and put some of this mud in there, and that's going to draw a lot of the pain and swelling out. This is also something you can use to protect your horse's feet if you keep them in a stall, or where they're going to tend to pack manure into the bottom of their foot. After you do the other two steps that I showed you with the tough stuff and the Thrush Balm, okay, I'll show you what you do with this. Okay, now you see when a horse usually, I've taken the mud and I've packed it into the clefts here and around the crevices of the frog. Mud will also keep the urine, will be a barrier between the urine and the manure in the stall. Okay, now you want to do this maybe once a week, just kind of check it. It's a good idea, as I said, before you do all this, take soap and water and really scrub these horses' feet with a brush.